What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we got some rumors ahead of the Washington game. We got some big injury updates, some big news in the quarterback room for Michigan as Jack Tuttle appears to be back ready to go if called upon. We go over that, plus some injury updates on the offensive line for Michigan. Kirk Campbell talks about Jadyn Davis. Also, we could see some more creativity in the Michigan offense this weekend. Michigan also revealed their uniform combination for their first road game against Washington. Brian Jean-Mary also talks about the Washington offense, what Michigan has to look out for going into this game, and we also got some recruiting news on a big time flip target for Michigan. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so to start this video, I did first want to talk about the quarterback position for Michigan as going into their first road game of the season, taking on Washington. Yes, Alex Orji is going to be the starting quarterback. He is 2-0 as the starter, and Michigan hoping to see improvement in the passing game, but also the offense as a whole to, drive the ball down the field and go and score. We're just looking to see improvement each week with Orji in there as quarterback, but we did get some good news as it appears Jack Tuttle has made some great progress in the last few weeks health-wise, and according to Chris Ballas of the Wolverine, he is to the point that his arm strength without pain is much better. Now, Kirk Campbell, offensive coordinator, did speak to the media a couple days ago, and he spoke on Jack Tuttle's health, and he said, "I'm not going to fully disclose on injuries, but Jack is progressing in a very good manner, and he's getting some reps here and there." And also, according to Chris Ballas of the Wolverine, according to their sources, Jack Tuttle's reps was up to 40% late this week in live ball situations, and actually moved past Davis Warren, and he also did a good job, moved the ball, and they say he is the best option in the passing game right now, but hopefully his health holds up. So it appears that Jack Tuttle may have passed Davis Warren for QB2 right now, but obviously it's his health that has prevented him from, getting more reps and also playing and getting a chance at the quarterback one position. So that is very good news for Michigan. Alex Orji, he's going to be the starting quarterback, but just to have that option in case the passing game doesn't improve these next couple weeks, having that option to potentially go to Jack Tuttle is definitely huge for Michigan. And going into this season, a lot of people thought that Jack Tuttle potentially could win the job, but it was just his health, the injury that he had. But now it appears that he's getting his arm strength back, throwing without soreness, and he is progressing right now in a good manner and getting a lot more reps. So, I mentioned it before already. I think personally, again, Alex Orji is the starting quarterback. He's led this team to a 2-0 record, beating USC and Minnesota as the starting quarterback. So as long as this team continues to win, we continue to see improvements from the offense, in particular in the passing game, and it continues to get better. Yeah, Alex Orji is going to remain the starter, and he deserves it. But, I don't think Michigan will be able to beat teams like Oregon and Ohio State if their offense is one-dimensional. They're going to need that passing game, at least the threat of a passing game going up against teams like that. So if the passing game doesn't improve, Michigan could potentially go to Jack Tuttle to see how he does and how this offense performs with him in at quarterback. He is a seventh-year senior, got a lot of experience. He is a mobile quarterback as well. He can run the ball, and the coaches in the offseason really praised his throwing ability. So we'll see what happens. It's Alex Orji's job right now, though, and hopefully he runs away with it in these next couple weeks, and we'll see how he does on the road against Washington. Looking forward to seeing how this offense performs. I'm also excited to see Michigan's game plan offensively on Saturday. I think we could see some new wrinkles, some more creativity in the offense. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Now, obviously, Michigan also has the true freshman Jadyn Davis, and Kirk Campbell, he did say, as far as an option this season, You don't know how this season's going to play out, but we constantly develop him every single day. He gets reps just like the other guys, and he's got to continue to develop. But he did say that, I think Kevin O'Connell said it best: organizations fail young quarterbacks, not young quarterbacks failing. You've got to make sure he's developed properly and ready for the situation. They said he's going to have a bright future at the University of Michigan, and I did say, whether that's as fast as the outside perceived media or expectation, that's not for us to make a rash decision based on that. We're going to put him in the situation when he's ready to go play. So I know a lot of you guys, want Michigan to give Jadyn Davis a shot, put him out there, but you also just can't throw him in the fire. He's learning the system. He's being developed right now. The coaches want him to be developed and put him in the situation when he is ready to go out there and play. So just got to be patient, and you also got to be patient with this offense. It's a long season. There's still a lot more games to improve each week. Hopefully we keep seeing this offense improve week in, week out. Also wanted to give an update on the offensive line, on Greg Crippen, as we could potentially be seeing more of Greg Crippen at center. We talked about Dominic Giudice, as he was a little banged up, and according to Chris Ballas of the Wolverine, Greg Crippen has spent a lot of time there in live ball situations late in the week. So we could see more of Greg Crippen this week at center. No really update on Myles Hinton. Sean Moore did say that he would put him as questionable going into the week, and he said we'll see how he progresses through the week. Now, he was replaced by graduate Jeffrey Percy, who actually did a really good job, but obviously Myles Hinton is a huge player on the offensive line, a leader on the offensive line for Michigan. So that is the latest there, and obviously Michigan will be getting back cornerback Will Johnson, edge Josiah Stewart, also Samaj Morgan, Makari Page should be ready to go as well. So some good news there. Michigan finally starting to get a little bit more healthier, as they had a lot of players sitting out in that game against Minnesota, especially on the defensive side. Now, Michigan did actually reveal their uniform combination for their first road game at Washington, and they will be wearing, obviously, white tops with maize pants and white accessories. Now, me personally, I do like the all whites on the road, but I think I like the maize pants more on the road. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the road jerseys, what you guys prefer. Blue pants are cool as well, but I personally like these road jerseys the best. Maize pants, white tops, and white accessories for the game against Washington. Also wanted to talk a little bit of what Brian Jean-Mary, Michigan's linebacker coach, had to say to the media a couple days ago. Talked about the Washington offense. This Michigan coaching staff, they know how dynamic and the dynamic pieces this Washington offense has, especially with Coach Jedd Fisch. Now, they said they have some really dynamic pieces. Obviously, Coach Fisch and their offensive staff, we have a lot of respect for them in this building, and he did a lot of really good things when he was here. He said the quarterback is who stands out, the experience he has. Jean-Mary actually did get to see him when he was at Tennessee, because obviously he transferred from Mississippi State to Washington, and they also got explosive players at wideout, he said, with Boston, and obviously Giles Jackson, who was also here. So it's going to be a challenge, but we're going to be up to it. He also talked about defending screen plays. He said they do it at a high level. They have some dynamic guys in space. I talked about Giles Jackson, about Coleman, the running back. They try to get the ball in their hands in space. And obviously Michigan will also have to defend the up-tempo offense. Minnesota, they really had success using an up-tempo offense, as Michigan defense was kind of struggling against it. Now, the players and coaches say they have no issue with it, but it was pretty evident they kind of struggled with it, especially in the second half against Minnesota. So we'll see how that goes, but it's going to be a nice challenge again for this Michigan defense, one of the best in the country. And I do think this game could potentially be kind of how the USC game went, where Michigan's defense plays lights out. I mentioned it in my preview video as well. By the way, if you guys missed that, go ahead, check that out. But I talked about the matchup problems for this Washington team. I think Michigan is going to be able to dominate them in the trenches. I think it's going to be a matchup problem with Michigan's defensive line going up against Washington's offensive line. Also, Washington's defensive line is a little bit banged up, so Michigan could potentially be able to run the ball and have success, kind of like Rutgers did against them this past weekend. And then the last thing I did want to talk about is some recruiting news. on one particular flip target for Michigan that we have talked about a lot in the past, and that is the 2025 four-star current Auburn quarterback commit Donovan Starr, as Michigan has been, slowly but surely gaining more and more steam with him, and now he has locked in an official visit to the Michigan State game for Michigan, so that's some big news. Now Alabama has recently offered him as well though, so that's a team to watch out for, but Michigan getting him on campus for a visit, definitely huge there, and Michigan is really working on a lot of flip targets in the 2025 class. Would be nice if they were able to flip some, and also close with the 5-star offensive tackle Andrew Babalola, which they are right now in a good position. But with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. And other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.